Good morning. Today is family visit day. I'm very excited. I'm feeling pretty good. I have been up for like 6 minutes. Whatever. Today we're gonna have oatmeal instead of malto meal because oatmeal is gluten free. So we're gonna see if that helps my stomach not explode. Other than that, we're just getting the house ready. They're gonna be here in about 3 hours. I'm very, very excited. Good morning. It is about 6 in the morning. Oh, the bear says, oh, that's good stuff. What's it, itchy buddy? Okay. Goodness. That was a lot for bear. Okay, so it's about 6 in the morning. I had to go to the hospital last night. Yeah. That's frustrating. You may notice that my eyes are extremely puffy down here. That's wild. That's crazy. Every part of my body is a little fucking overreactive bitch. I'll tell you that much. You know what this is from? Crying last night. I cry, and this happened. What? So, I had to go to the ER for the stomach pain. Great. They gave me a shot of Toradol, Ketorolac. That was nice. My body responds really well to that shit. Not to morphine, though. They tried morphine first, and my body was like, what is this water? Get it out of here. So, yeah. My family had to go home early. Très bummer. But, they'll be back. That's awesome. My brother said he's gonna try to get up here more often, which is great. I love it. So, I'm on a liquid diet for the next 3 days. I think they said like extreme gastritis. I don't know, I'd have to read my paperwork. But I've got a rheumatologist in the works, and I have a GI in the works. Gastroenterologist, by the way. Gastroenterologist, GI. Anyway, got those going for me. So, yeah, he said, the ER doctor said that he has, before, admitted people into the hospital because it would take too long for them to get to a GI specialist. So, I think low key, he was like, listen, if it keeps not getting better and you can't get to a GI, come here. We'll admit you. Put a camera down your throat. Which is like what he wants to do anyway. But you know what is liquid? Coffee. Should I really be drinking coffee? No, but I haven't had it for 2 days. And now I have it. So I'm going to fucking have some. I told Bear we were gonna go see Dad after a stretch, and look at his feet. What you doing with your feet? Yeah. Oh, big stretches. Oh yeah, buddy. Good boy. You wanna go see your dad? Let's go. Good morning. I really didn't vlog a lot yesterday. I'm really tired. I went to the ER. Not yesterday, day before, and with stomach pain, and they're not really sure what's up, but they did say 2 to 3 days of clear liquid diet. See if that helps. So it's now day 2 of that, and I will admit I am exhausted. I am so tired. I don't want to do anything. I was going to edit the vlog yesterday, but I didn't because I just was tired. So we'll see if I can get some of that done today. Fingers crossed, because I'd love to do that, and I can't really do much of anything else because I'm exhausted. So yeah, I'm about to head out to the dermatologist. My mother-in-law is a saint, and she is taking me. And yeah, we'll come home and then She and my husband have some stuff to do, and I'm gonna stay in the house and drink a plethora of juices. Lucky for me, I made bone broth very recently, so I have a refrigerator full of clear bone broth that I can just put some miso in. I checked on the internet. According to the internet, miso is considered a clear liquid if you don't put anything else in it. Like, you can't have any of the mushrooms or the onions or the classic miso ingredients, just the miso and the broth. So that's been like my big meals, and then juice. So we'll see if tonight I might try some solid food and see what happens. But yeah, we're just kind of going with the flow and seeing where that flow takes us. You know, I wanted to mention one more thing before I get dressed and leave. There is a fire right now happening very close to our house. Well, not very close. We're not in the evacuation zone. But there is an evacuation zone in the town that has our grocery store, because we live in between two towns. And the big grocery store that we go to is in this town with the fire, and it has displaced 1,300 of the 19,000 residents, which is 6% of our little town here has been displaced by this fire. And it's been going on for, I think, 2 or 3 days, maybe 3 days. It's really hard to keep track when you have to go to the ER in between that. But yeah, when we went to urgent care, because we went to urgent care, and then urgent care was like, no, go to the hospital. So when we went to that urgent care, the whole town was a strange yellow hue because of the billowing smoke coming from the Rio Grande area in town. And I was like, oh, okay, perhaps we should skip this urgent care in case it's under an evacuation order from the fire. It wasn't, which is good because, you know, some smoke inhalation victims might need some help there. So anyway, yeah, it's just been a pretty crazy week. Then just trying to keep it real, keep it raw. Oh my God, it's so freaking awesome. Just so transparent. Now I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna continue listening to Daddy Yankee because I've just been really enjoying his flow. I don't speak Spanish that well, but I just like his flow. I don't need to speak Spanish to enjoy his music. Oh, okay, so we're back from the dermatologist. It went well. I have a nifty new diagnosis of granular annuloma. Woo. That's just an autoimmune disorder of the skin. And it doesn't really do much until it does, and then it just becomes a really irritating, bumpy thing that is bruisey, and it can take up to 30% of your body. But hey, you just keep an eye on it, so that's good. My stomach isn't doing super well. The biopsy results of the granular annuloma, or GA, as I can hopefully remember to shorten it because that's a lot of syllables. The biopsy came back with basically what my dermatologist explained was like a little bit of extra inflammation. And then I explained to her about my recent ER visit, and she was like, oh, okay, so perhaps you have like a full body inflammation problem. So I'm currently waiting on a call back from my primary care physician because I have to go see her after, I don't have to. The doctor suggested I go see her after the ER, and like, yeah, I would love to eat again because I drank a liquid IV and now my stomach feels like it did. Not like it did, but it hurts like I ate something instead of just drinking liquids, and all I've had is liquids for 48 hours, and I'm hungry and I don't want to eat anything because I'm worried that my stomach is going to react like a motherfucker, and I'm so over this. I'm so over this. This is not how a bitch is supposed to lose weight, okay? This ain't it. Don't do it this way. Eat food. Hello again, my friends. It is not early in the morning. It is late at night. Well, it's daylight outside, but God, it's like 7? Yeah, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Anyway, I thought I would make a vlog entry because I haven't in a couple of days. I'm not sure how many days. I will find that out when I go to edit this, but yeah, it's been a bad week, my friends, and I'm finally feeling up to talking. I was on a liquid diet, clear liquid diet for 3 days, and then I have been able to eat rice and peanut butter and miso broth, which you can have on the clear liquid diet. Anyway, it was still really painful in my stomach. Basically, it's just stomach pain for just like a week, and everything I was trying was not working. So I had gone to the ER, then 3 days of clear liquids, got in to see my PCP, but not until today. And so yesterday and the day before I was trying to eat food, but it was rough. I'm not exactly sure the definition of the word delirious, but I'm pretty sure it's applicable here. So I was real low on calories, real high on pain. So I think delirious is a fair word. And I got to my doctor today, and she listened to me about something I found on the interwebs called mast cell activation syndrome. It sounds not like a disease, but that's okay. It is not uncommon in people with Ehlers-Danlos. It's a known comorbidity. So me having both would make a lot of sense. One of the things that really my doctor was like, oh damn, was I brought in a biopsy for a piece of skin. I'm so out of it still. We'll make this quick. I had brought in a biopsy from a place on my knee, a skin biopsy. There we go. Good gracious, that was hard to say. I had brought in a skin biopsy results, and the dermatologist had pointed out, because I was in a lot of stomach pain at that dermatologist's office. That shit was on Monday? It's Wednesday? Days, who cares? So yeah, I was in her office being like, oh my god. And she brought up in the results that the results could be granular annulomi. They are granular annulomi. However, the results were consistent with autoimmune or inflammatory diseases, which was unusual for this result. Not like super duper unusual, but enough that they put it on the thing, where I was like, on the thing. Anyway, whatever. I'm not a doctor. I'm just trying to figure out how I can eat again. So I took those results to my other primary care, and then I said, hey, have you heard of mast cell activation syndrome? And she said, yeah, I have. And then I go with those results, and she was like, hey, look at what that says there. And I'm like, yes, that's what we are on the same page, me and you. So she sent me home with a steroid. Yeah, because I've lost all my muscle mass. I've lost 6 pounds in 6 days. I hate that. A steroid, prednisone. And then she gave me a Toradol shot. That is an NSAID, because NSAIDs work for me so well. They work every time, 100% of the time. It works every time. Like, I know that that's not the quote, and I don't give a fuck, because it fucking works. And everyone's like, but NSAIDs are so hard on your digestive system. And I'm like, yeah, but have you tried not eating? Seeing what that does for your digestive system after a while? But prednisone, or a steroid, is the other. It's
because an NSAID is a non-steroid anti-inflammatory drug. The non-steroid version of that would be a steroid. So yeah. Anyway, anti-inflammation drugs. It's the order of the week. Oh yeah, also, there was a fire in the town near us, and our neighborhood did not have to evacuate, but I was getting messages about which areas did need to evacuate, and that's just, I was really glad we didn't have to evacuate, because like I was in so much stomach pain. I could not. At a community center, at an evac center. Oh my god. Oh my god. So yeah, my condolences to everyone who was in the fire, and like every chronic pain patient who had to go out there, every person who was displaced. It was horrendous. It was, I think I read on the news at one point 1,300 people were displaced in a town of 19,000. That's almost 7% of the population was displaced, and that's insane. So there were so many people having to deal with that, and I thankfully did not have to. So, but yeah, it has been a rough week, and so I did not vlog. But now you have this pretty, I don't know, 7.5 minutes. It's a pretty good update. Why not? Depending on how I cut it down. But yeah. So tonight I have had a big bowl of rice. It was like a half a cup of rice. Much more than I've been able to have. And I had salmon with just salt and pepper on it. Like I cooked it with just salt and pepper on it. I am cooking this food. When I tell you what I'm eating, I mean it. Dude. I have some stewed berries over there, so that's just berries, no butter this time. I know that I've told you guys that I make stewed berries with butter. Today it's just butter. I mean, yep. Stewed berries, no berries, all butter. Oops, all butter. All berries, and I don't know. I had just trying to see what sits and what doesn't. So I am hungrier today than I have been in a long time. That might be the prednisone. That might be the Ketorolac. I don't know. But trying not to just eat everything. Oh yeah. Oh my god, my quitting smoking. Good god. Okay, so you know that whole thing where it's like, oh, if you quit smoking, you're gonna get the munchies. Well, if you can't eat, you know what you want a lot of? Fucking cigarettes, dog. So I have been just chain smoking, and let me tell you, not helpful. It's not. But other than my mental state, because I can't do anything, I have not had the energy to do anything. It blows. And I can sit there and puff on a cigarette now, can't I? So gonna try to cut that back down now that I can eat again. That's the point there. Because if you don't eat, I love food, man. I love food so much. I love it, and I will eat it again soon. Good morning. I am feeling better. Woo! Best I felt in a while, I'll tell you that much. So I'm out here in the garden, not smoking a cigarette, because if I can eat, I don't really want to smoke. So I'm out here, not smoking. Hopefully we'll have some berries and oatmeal today. That's what I have on the stove right now. But I water the garden a little bit, maybe show you guys a thing or two. We have a lot of sunflowers opening, which is fantastic. Fantastic. So, okay. I got the hers. Okay, once I get this set up, I can show you guys how the queen... Oh, there's a frog in there. Big frog. How the Queen Siam basil looks. She opened up. Let's take a look. Isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love how this looks. It's just so pretty. I can't get over how pretty it is. So, Queen Siam basil. Who knew? I have 2 quart jars in my house of dried Queen Siam basil, so I'm not really worried about that plant going. Going to seed is what I meant to say. I still have some seeds as well if it decides to. But yes, other news. These sunflowers are very tall. Let's see. Okay, I'll let the leaf touch my shoulder. You can see it's touched my shoulder, and then it goes. It's so tall. I'm such a fan. Pretty hungry this morning, which is excellent. So, oh, looky there. One of them opened. Yay. Well, aren't you pretty? Big fan of those guys happening now. Today is going to be nothing. Nothing is happening today. It's a weekend. It's Saturday. Lovely. And we don't have any appointments. We ain't got shit to do. We are just hanging out at the house, doing nothing. A little bit of rest, relaxation, recuperation, rejuvenation across the nation. Celebration. So, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're just gonna chill out. I'm probably gonna try to edit a vlog. Sean said that he wants to help me edit. Woo! We'll see what happens today. I think I need to get more, what is it called? More trellis for the beans. As you can see here, he is taller. He is taller than his trellis. So, yeah, we will try to give that a go today. In the meantime, I'm gonna weave him through. Just so he has a little bit more stability, I guess. So, ooh, maybe we can find that frog. I didn't think about that. It's a big frog. I like them. They eat all the bugs. And they like my garden, where there are bugs to eat. I don't know. I don't see him. He'd have to be way in there somewhere. For a toad, it's a veritable jungle, so that's nice. My tomatoes are doing good. Oof. I have 2 tomatoes. They're starting to get their little green stripes. Hooray, hooray. Look at you. You're so pretty. We love you. Good job. Continue to grow big and strong. You too. So there's 2 of them right now. It'd be rad if we got some more, but honestly, I think I made a mistake with the sunflowers. I was like, it's real hot, it's real sunny, this will be nice shade for some of the more tender plants. And the sunflowers were like, I will take every iota of sunshine there is, and shall give none to the shorter plants. And obla-dee, obla-da. Now all my plants are really short, so because they probably got stunted. So, alright, I'm gonna go find some coffee. I'm very, very thirsty. Hi. I went to the store, Bombita. It had some excellent produce. I'm very excited. Very excited to try that produce. I wanted to show you guys my dress because I like it a lot. It has elephants on it and a lot of mandalas, circles with patterns. So this is the dress. It has a cute little cutout in it. I like it a lot. It has pockets. Bang, big pockets. So that's excellent. And it's not too long. It's really nice in the summer. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys my dress. I went and came back. It honestly took a little bit more out of me than I thought it would. So before I do chores, I'm gonna take a little rest, listen to some YouTube. Under the Hood. He's a pretty funny British guy. So
yes, that's what I'm gonna do. And then it's dishes, laundry, and I don't know, maybe make me something to eat along the way. Alrighty, I just showed Sean a little bit of editing software. I use like 5 buttons, so it's like not hard. But yeah, I showed him that, so hopefully he can help me edit in the future. Right now I am going to clean because my kitchen not great. These are some of the veggies I got from Bonvita, if I could figure out the camera. We'll just turn this around. These are some of the veggies. Ooh, look at the size of this onion. I'm jazzed. So I might make some zucchini bread. I'll process these guys for sure. And then, you know, just a yellow squash for eating. And then local garlic. Oh my God, it's huge. I was so excited. Garlic out and about. So, but yes, I'm cleaning the kitchen. I need to start some laundry. And while I'm waiting for laundry and stuff, I'm going to edit more of the vlog. So hopefully that'll be out tonight or tomorrow. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something. I realized while I was picking up the laundry that my current weight is 162 pounds. This is what I look like, 162. What I wanted to discuss was that I did the math, not hard math, but 162 times 2 is 324. So I am less than half of my highest weight right now. It's been honestly really weird to be so many different sizes. Like as a person, I think there is a smidgen of body dysmorphia. I do not know how big I am as a person, even though I have measured myself for sewing purposes. Like I technically know how big my measurements are, but putting that into practice as a 3-dimensional being is interesting. What is even more interesting is according to the BMI, I am still 7 pounds overweight. 155 would be the top end of the BMI for a woman who's 5'6" in her mid-30s. Now, I think we all know the BMI has its limits. If a person is extremely buff, don't follow the BMI. I am a person who has a fair amount of muscle mass. It depends on who you ask. My husband is very complimentary about that. I do love that. You know, however, I do not pretend that I am a bodybuilder. Like, no. So the reason I have the BMI on the brain so often is that it gives me parameters for what would be healthy weight on my joints. And I'm talking like literally physically against gravity, which is perhaps a bit of an obtuse way to explain it, but you know, it's fascinating. I don't know if I've talked super much about my mental health on this vlog, but some of it is depersonalization tendencies, dissociative vibes often. What am I trying to say here, folks? I don't know. It's just kind of difficult to navigate existence sometimes when things change so much, and not just myself, but, you know, the community and the country that I live in. We live in a society, you know? And being so many different sizes in so many different societies, with the masks one must wear
to navigate interpersonal relationships and social situations, it can be difficult to find one's self in the quiet moments and realize who you actually are as a person and what you want in life, because you're just going with the flow. You're just trying to not get too beat up by the river. And then somebody asks you a question like, well, how much do you want to weigh? What's your goal weight? And you're like, I didn't think I'd make it this far, but here I am, literally half the person I used to be, trying to figure out how much I want to weigh, because if I followed my stomach, good God, I would weigh nothing at this point. Between my inability to chew and my inability to digest, I might just waste away into nothing. So, let's try to find a goal. Let's try to find how we want to be in the world. I want more muscles. Look at that. Fuck yeah. Oh, I want muscles. That's what I want. I want strength. I want longevity. And, I got to do yoga this morning and it was fantastic. Mwah. So that was good. I want to keep doing that. And I don't know how much I want to weigh. And I don't know how to fit into this world exactly. But I guess we don't need to figure that out today, right? We just gotta continue to go with the flow while taking the quiet moments to figure out who we are and what we want. Good morning. It's 6:30 in the morning. It's a Sunday. I ain't doing anything. About to make some coffee. Coffee. Let's see. Today is the day I get to start eating more fully. It's all up to me because it's my stomach and everybody doesn't know what the fuck is wrong. So I have determined that today I'm going to try to eat something with more than one ingredient on the plate. Last night I had a steak of tofu, sprinkled with za'atar seasoning, and that's it. So, it's been boring as fuck. I'm excited to try some stuff this morning. I'm going to have toast with tofu and cherry compote on top, I think. Make the tofu into a little bit of a sweet treat thing. So I found this bread that doesn't have any gluten, because one of the doctors was like, it might be celiac disease. And so I was like, okay, well, no gluten for me. Let's see how it goes. And I haven't had any gluten since she mentioned it. But it hasn't really decreased the symptoms to avoid gluten. So I'm probably not going to keep doing that. Okay, so we have breakfast sorted. That was loud. I'll pick up the phone instead. It's a fancy peanut butter toast with cherries. I made some cherry compote the other day before I got sick, and it's still good. So, yeah, I am counting cigarettes again today. So I've had one, and I have my pink Post-it on the door. You can see that away. So I'll keep track of that today. I was gonna have tofu, but that honestly didn't sound that great. I love tofu, but as a sweet thing, it can be meh. So we'll do this fancy peanut butter toast. So got my Band-Aids back on. I got really dehydrated and these two fingers started splitting open. I freaking hate that, but you know what? That's why I put on nitrile gloves overnight with moisturizing stuff. Used Aquaphor last night. I'm gonna eat my breakfast, and then afterward I am going to work on my little coloring sheet so that I don't smoke. So yeah, that's how we're gonna start our morning. It's a chill day. The only thing we have to do is what did we have to do? I can't remember what we had to do at the moment. I thought we had to go pick up medical records, but it's a Sunday, and I don't know if they would be open on a Sunday. So perhaps, oh, whatever, it has escaped my brain. So I put out a new video last night, episode 4 into Albuquerque. I did a voiceover for the first time, and I also did a time lapse. Speed up? I don't know if it's technically a time lapse, but you know, I learned some new buttons on the editing software, and that's pretty rad. I taught Sean how to do a little bit of editing. That is also very rad. And yeah, this morning I've watered the garden already. Gonna try to cook tonight if the steroids continue to help. So they have been very helpful recently, and yeah. So that's one of the reasons why we think okay, let me start this sentence over. That is one of the reasons why I think the mast cell activation syndrome is a good contender, because the anti-inflammatory medications like NSAIDs and steroids have been extremely helpful, more helpful than fucking morphine. So, you know, maybe take that as a clue, Doc. I don't know. I'm not a humanologist. I was right. We don't have anything to do today. It is Sunday, so all the businesses are closed. It's days of the week. Am I right, folks? Am I right, Raccoon? I'm right. That Raccoon always says I'm right. So what I'm going to do is a couple of things. I'm going to focus on getting my house back in order, because that just quells my anxiety. I'm just like, yes, everything is where it is supposed to be. I'm also going to drink a lot of water. I'm feeling a little dehydrated, like I mentioned. And, I think I'm going to show you a different knitting project. Because, I mean, I could go work on that shirt that I showed you previously, the brown and gray linen tunic thingy. I could work on that. Or I could not work on that, and I could work on this lacy thing that I've been working on. So, we'll see. I was going to do some cross stitch, but that finger split open, and you know what's really good at getting in there? Needles. So, no. We're going to pick something bigger, like a knitting needle, where if you stab yourself with a knitting needle, you really have to mean it. Okay, so I'm going through my different live knitting projects. Ooh, they're live. On the needles, all that goodness. And I found the lace thing that I wanted. Like the physical project is right here. Yay, lace. Ooh, so pretty. And so then I was trying to find the, pattern so that I could continue to make it. And I do believe I found my pattern notes. Amanda, are you kidding me? This is pattern notes? Daisy lace crop top. And then I just have... Bitch, did you even print out the pattern? No, you're gonna have to go on Ravelry, find this again, hope it's still there for free, and then print it out, because you... I don't know. I have a printer. Don't know why I don't use it. It's been in there for like a year. So, hopefully I can find where I left off. I have other things I could work on. Like, for example, this sock. The end came undone. The toe came open. That sucks. This is a sock for Sean. It's a nice brown and green color. Again, I didn't pick those colors out though. That was Sean this time. So also green and brown. It's everywhere in my house. And then I have, this shawl I'm working on. I could do this one. I don't know. I'd have to, I don't even know what shawl this is. I'd have to find my notes, but it's really pretty. Ah, shit, you can't see that. See? That's such a nice little pattern. So, yeah. I've got that one. And then I have another sweater. This one, my friends, I tried it on for my friends because the sleeves are... I hate sleeves. But I tried it on for my friends, and they said it would be nice as just a sweater vest. And it is so soft. It's so big and soft. Here. I'll show you too. See? It's even got like a cap sleeve at this point. Maybe I will just finish it off. Let it be a sweater vest. I don't know. Might be nice for the winter. But, see, I don't know. I don't usually like things that are like really thick and then a short sleeve. If it's gonna be like thick boy vibes, I want it to be like a long sleeve. Wow, that stretches a lot. Wee. Okay, so, but yeah, I'm gonna do the daisy lace crop top, find and print out the pattern, and yeah, I've been watching Unreligiously. Ooh, Unreligiosity. I think it's Unreligiously, but yeah, I've been watching her this morning, and she's got some nice video essays about certain YouTubers. And if you're interested in that, you can go find her, because this is not a commentary channel. I just listen to a lot of commentary. So, yeah, I was considering starting a new project. But you've seen how many works in progress I have, so that's... I should probably just finish one of them so that I can actually wear them instead of them just hiding in my craft room that is a mess. But at some point, I'll have to take you guys through my yarn, because I love yarn. I buy it wherever I can. Merino silk and cashmere tweed. Ooh. And that's just in my work in progress bag. So there's a little sneak peek for you. This whole corner, yarn. So that's my yarn stash I'll have to go through later. This is my stack of boxes that I will eventually throw away. You never know when you're going to need a bunch of boxes. Am I right, old folks? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to smoke as much today. I've had dos. And, yeah, I'm gonna find something to do. And it's gonna be knitting, because I don't have shit to do today. So that's just exciting. I found the Cotton Daisy tank pattern. So it's gonna look like this. Yay! Let's see, does it have the... Who is it written by? Lavanya Patriciella. Lavanya Patriciella. Probably butchering that. I do apologize for the weird accent that came out. It was not meant to emulate anything, I promise. Anyway, this is cha-cha, what I'll be working on today. Unless I don't want to. I do, like, low-key, I want to start another blanket. Why? I don't know. Probably because I have 1,000 types of yarn and needles. And I'm just like, I mean, I could do this one that I've been doing. Or we'll see. The suspense, I know, it's crazy. Okay, I think I am going to start a blanket. I just need something mindless to do. And I found a little scrap busting blanket. I have this worsted weight cotton dishy yarn from Knit Picks. Boo boo boo. I have over a kilogram of it, over 1,000 grams, and I used like a little bit of it to make some dishcloths. Duh, it's called dishy. However, I have, like I said, over 1,000 grams, a kilogram of this yarn, and I've had it for years. I'm not making any more dishcloths, and so let's use it for something else. I love cotton. It's going to be a really washable yarn, which is awesome, because then you can wash your blanket instead of making it out of like wool or something. So yeah, I'm gonna do this, a Scraptastic Stash Busting Blanket by Samantha Johnston, Samantha Johnston of Hand Me My Knitting. So, thank you, Samantha. There is actually a lot of personalization you could do to this blanket. You could use any combination of fingering, sport, DK, or worsted weight. So if I feel like adding some sock yarn in the middle, maybe I will. Maybe I will. So also, you only have to cast on 5 stitches, which is fantastic. I hate counting cast-ons. Such a pain in my ass. Slip, stitch from your left needle to your right needle purlwise with yarn in front. Huh. So anyway, that'll be fun. It should be good. And, you know, once I get going, because there's an increase section, putting a removable stitch marker or progress keeper on the right side of your row to keep track of which side you're on. Yeah, so yes, the largest number of stitches on the needle will be 217. So at some point, you know, I can just really get on with it. Slip 3 with yarn in front. You slip all 3, huh? It does say you finish binding off with I'm sorry, use an I cord to bind off the edges. Which I cord, it's literally called idiot cord. I don't know if you guys know that, but when the creator made it up, she called it an idiot cord because even an idiot could do it. Fucking, isn't that weird? Like this knitter was like, yeah, y'all fucking suck, scrub ass bitches. Let me tell you, idiot cord. Now I just call it I-cord. Everybody calls it I-cord. But I don't know if everybody knows it stands for idiot cord. Maybe it should stand for incredible cord. But yeah, it's a pretty chill way to bind off the edges so they won't curl up on ya or fray, anything like that. So I have a 47-inch cord, which should make it very, very big. It has a chart for standard blanket measurements. So it goes up from, it goes up to king, from crib to king. So that's awesome. And yeah, I'm excited. I mean, it's just mostly stockinette. Is that what it's called? Fuck if I know. Let's see if it says. Da, 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 da. Nope, it doesn't say. Stockinette? Perhaps. I don't know. But, you know, it's just a scrappy thing. Everybody likes scrap busters. This will be my first scrap buster because I have like 80 things on my needles. You know, there are some people who are monogamous knitters and they won't start a new project until they get their other one off the needle. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me, dog. I just get so curious about what else I can make. But yes, we will do cotton blanket. So it's gonna be fun. I don't have any variegated cotton. Not really. I have some striped tissue. I got this stuff. This and brown. So that I'll probably put that somewhere in there. But yeah, it's just gonna be a bunch of different colors. And yeah, hopefully it'll be an excellent layering blanket. It'll probably take years, or at least a year. I don't know. I've knit one blanket before, and that was, I love that blanket. I love that blanket. But I used, wool and something else. I used something that wasn't exactly washable. So it can't wash that blanket. I have to wash it by hand, and I'm not doing that. So I keep it clean-ish. Don't smell my blanket. I've used Febreze, but I'm not washing it. Anyway, I have been rambling, and now I'm gonna start a blanket. Alright, it's like 10:40. I don't know how that happened, but I cast on a little guy. I didn't realize the I cord, you make it as you go. Yay! So I don't have to pick up any stitches. Rad Chad. We hate picking up stitches. That's why I'm not working on anything with sleeves, because you have to pick up the stitches on the sleeves, and that's not what I'm in the mood for today. I do, however, need a snack. It's almost 11, and I am hungry. I hunger. So I'm going to find something to eat, and then just keep on listening to Explore with us while boop. doing some handicrafts because I love, yeah, just doing that. Just doing some handicrafts. All right. It's about 12:40 now. It's been another hour of knitting. Oh, look at this. It's going to be so squishy and soft, and I'm already in love with it. Yay. So I love the little I-cord edge. That's so nice. So, pretty, pretty. Good, good, good. Now I need to get up and do something else. I don't want to. I like to sit and knit for hours, but it makes my ribs sore. So we're gonna get up. We're gonna do some food prep. We're not gonna smoke any cigarettes. I've had four today. So, okay. Yeah, we're gonna. I don't know. I bought some excellent looking beets yesterday, so I might drop the beet. Make some sick beets. Who knows? I also need to figure out dinner, which I think we're having curry. I think we're having a mushroom coconut curry. Because I've got two different kinds of mushrooms from Bombita, and the mushrooms are so good. And curry is, I like it on my stomach, so that's good. I need to take prednisone. So get in the zone. Prednisone. Yeah. Other than that, it's such a chill day. I got nothing to do, nothing really to talk about. I'm enjoying the shit out of my blanket. It's gonna be an excellent, mindless little craft where I can just do it while I'm watching TV and stuff. It's so easy, and I can make it as big as I want, which will be big. I'll try to use up all that cotton yarn I have that I don't really have another use for. It's just gonna end up being a big old stripy thing. That's it. So I don't know. I'm excited. La la la. I want to sit and knit even more. Right now it's just this big. So I want it to be bigger. I think it's going to be an excellent blanket, actually. It's going to be a really nice throw. I can put it in between some other blankets in the winter. I'm so excited. And it will take forever. If I get it done by this winter, it'll be a fucking miracle. So, but, you know, I picked some big yarn. I picked some big needles. Because I do a lot of, like, tiny stitch projects. Shirts, socks, that kind of stuff. And it's excellent. It just takes for fucking ever. So I do have another cardigan I could be working on. I didn't even show you guys that one. It is also huge. It's fluffy. Oh, it's so nice. But I just wanted to start something. And I did, and it was good. So now I must go cook and something. Probably switch the laundry. I don't even want to be here. I just want to knit. I don't want to go do chores. But I would like to eat later. So I should probably go set myself up for success. Victory. We can do it. Get excited. And then you can give your ribs a rest. A deep breathe while you're walking around and stretch everything out, and I can come back and I can knit some more. Yes. Sean and I have been watching Squid Game. It's fucking fun. I love that show. It should be the final season if I am not wrong, which it happens. I am not always right. But anyway, I'm hoping it's the last season because I hate when they just like drag shit on and on. Looking at you, The Office. Looking at you, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Looking at you, Law and Order. Oh my god. Law and Order. Let it go. Anyway. Yes, Squid Game. We have 2 episodes left. And we'll probably finish it tonight. It'll be rad. And I'll probably knit on my blanket because, the best thing about knitting a blanket is that you get to be under the blanket while you knit it. So you're already warm. Your investment is already paying off. Hell yeah. I found dolmas. We have, I guess, well, you can't have your can and eat it too. We had some canned dolmas in the pantry. And now I get to eat them, which is great. Give me some fiber after a couple of days. Urgh. So these are just filled with rice and herbs. I love dolmas. The dolmas make it to where I can still be lazy. I don't have to cook lunch. I can just make curry for dinner. It'll be a vegetable curry. And that's fine. Oh, you know what though? I have frozen butternut squash. I can take that out and have that in the curry. Da 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 da. So, we'll have some of that because I was looking around. I don't have any potatoes, which is heresy. We always have potatoes in this house. Porque no tengo papas. No sé. I think that was right. Porque no tengo papas. I don't know. But español está muy bonito. I don't know how to say beautiful. I only know how to say pretty, which is different as a vibe. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm still knitting, listening to Mr. Snowflake. He's got a documentary on Nicole 337. Yeah, and I'm about halfway through that. Just chugging along, using these in inappropriate and also appropriate ways. But they are not pointers. I'm using them as pointers. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Sean's just chilling. He's got some bros gaming. The bear is also chilling. There's fireworks happening at night. It's almost 4th of July. Bear hates those. We have trazodone for him, but it kind of can make him very lethargic the next day. So we keep those to a minimum when we can. Basically, he only gets it around 4th of July. So, yeah. Excuse me. I'm going to have a few more dolmas, and then I'm going to do some more knitting. Oh, okay. Been knitting again after dolmas, and one of my legs is starting to twitch. It is developing a twitch. I've been sitting too long, probably collapsing in my fucking pelvis area because my abs have been really tired from all of the inflammation I've been having. It's been insane. I do a fair amount of yoga, and as such, I have developed a little bit of bodily awareness. My teacher says I'm smart. My physical therapists, they're like, oh, you're kind of good at this, which is like good if you're trying to be good at that. So like, yay. Anyway, the point being, I've been sitting in bed, relaxing, not paying attention to posture or anything like that. I know that I'm exhausted from the inflammation and then the lack of food. It's just takes a toll on a person. So I am going to listen to my body and respond, even though I don't really want to. I want to sit in bed and knit, but I can't, so I won't. I mean, I could, but I won't. I'm going to do a 16 minute yoga with Adriene called Quick Restore. I might record it. Who knows? Maybe I'll record it and then I might put it in, I might not. It obviously won't have her audio because I respect her way too much to try to do copyright infringement. But I could do a time lapse. Might be cool. It'd be like when I was doing the yard work, but yoga. So, yeah. Before we do yoga, I have to convince Bear to move. This should be funny for you guys. Hi, Bear. Oh. Hello. Is he a sleepy boy? Can I get you to get up? Hi. You want to get up so I can get the yoga mat? No, but I don't want to get up. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Where'd your treat go? Oh, here's a treat right here. What this? Oh, versus I care not. All right. Yeah. Oh, hi. Hi. He's a good boy. What is this? Really on this? Here. There you go. Good boy. Success. He's a long. Look at these feet. Look at these feet. He's a long boy. Hi. Good boy. Yeah, the bottom half is a lot lighter on this guy. Boop. Good boy. You just let me do anything, huh? You just let me do any old thing. He's a sweetie. Yeah. You know, it's really funny. Is this guy is an asshole. He is so aggressive to anyone but me and Sean. It's absolutely bananas. But we got it. We'll set up the yoga mat, turn on the TV, get in some yoga pants, and, you know, take care of our bodies. I hear a lot of people say that, like, oh, I'm not good at yoga. I'm not flexible enough. I'm not graceful enough. You know, I could never do that, they say. And I say, the only thing you need to do to be good at yoga is to breathe. You need to get into the position, the asana, in a way that you can breathe in it. And that's it. You're just trying to pay attention while you're breathing. If you're not breathing during yoga, you're just doing PE. I got a lot of little catchphrases from Yoga with Adriene and their crew over at Find What Feels Good. They got a lot of different people with a lot of different specialities. And, yeah, we're gonna find something. There's a nice little quick restore 15-minute one I'll probably do because it's hot and I don't want to get sweaty. Getting sweaty sucks. Quick restore. Bueno. Gently open the shoulders, the chest, and the hips. Breathe deeply, rest, and renew. So, yeah, that's the one I'm going to do. Trying not to push myself too hard because, like I said, been going through some shit health-wise. So, we're going to tend to the body. You know, give it a little bit of movement medicine, if you will. I will. I don't know about you. So, oh, this hair. Am I right, folks? Right there. Okay. But yes. There's just a lot of science that points toward the benefits of doing mindfulness exercises of all kinds. And yeah, this is one of my favorites. I've been advised to do Pilates as well as yoga, which I'm working up to. Cause yeah, I sometimes my muscles decide to get sore days after I've worked out for way too hard. And you know, I had my physical therapist called it delayed onset muscle syndrome, and I said, "Sir, are you telling me I have DOMS?" Okay, time to do yoga.
Hello there and welcome. Let's get started on the ground. This is a little bit of quick restore. If you got a blanket, we're going to go ahead and turn it into a bit of a bolster by rolling it up tight. So yours doesn't have to match mine. You just want to create a nice even look.
I have to get a towel. We're just going to make a quick bolster. Done. We're bolstered, baby. Okay, it's time for me to stop knitting for now. It's about 2:30. And I'm gonna do some chores so that I can move around a little bit. I've been sitting up here for like 4 or 5 hours. Listen, I really like knitting. It's a fun time. It's hypnotic. So yes, I'll fold some laundry. I'll do some dishes. I don't know what else I'm gonna do, but we'll just get it going and just see where the day takes us. Right now I'm on unreligiously. That's her name. It's a little bit dry for me today, but no offense. I mean, it's well researched and stuff. I'm just a little bit like it's already been a chill day, so maybe I need to have something a little bit more peppy so that I don't fall asleep while I'm doing chores. Okay, so it is the perfect time of day for a garden shot. I just look how big those sunflowers are. Like, sir, why do you need to be so tall? But it's going to be a smorgasbord for the birds. They absolutely adore the sunflower seeds, and then I get to watch them, and they are adorable. I would go out there and show you the blooms, but as you can see, the shade stops here. And I'm not going out there. It's like 95, 97 degrees, and it's just hot as hell. So I'm enjoying the shade, kind of waiting for Sean to get up from his nap because we're going to make some curry together. And yeah, it's gorgeous. There's a light breeze, so that's delightful. But that really tall guy is going to have a million flowers, and it's going to be wild. Okay, I gathered all of the dinner ingredients. I'm gonna get started on dinner because I'm getting hungry and I'm not waiting for Sean to get up. So, yes, I gathered all the dinner ingredients and I thought I would show off. Here are the dinner ingredients. We'll start with onion, but then, you know, we gotta get our aromatics. Boom. Aromatics and spices. Hell yeah. Coriander, curry powder, ginger, turmeric, garlic, local, mushrooms, frozen butternut squash, and in this bowl we have edamame and broccoli, and then coconut milk and homemade bone broth, also local. That is pretty much the entirety of the ingredients. I'll either use butter or olive oil as my fat. Maybe olive oil. Just less dairy on the stomach, you know? So it's gonna be real good. It's gonna be real good. I have some tofu I might put on top of it too, just to give it a little bit extra protein. Sean and I could both use protein. So yes, I'm excited. Yeah, so what I'll do first is cut up the onion, put it in the fat in the pan, let that brown up whilst I grate the ginger and the turmeric, and then I have a garlic press for the garlic, or you could just dice it up, it does not matter. And then after I do that, I'll measure out the spices, and once the onions are the color I want, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Once the onions are the color that I want, I will add in the ginger, turmeric, garlic. Let that brown up for like a minute or two. Then you add in the spices. And then you add in the... Oh no, wait, I have mushrooms. Hold on. Hold the phone. So, yeah, I want to get the mushrooms cooked before I put in the aromatics and the spices. So I'll put that in, and then I'll wait. Get the aromatics and the spices going, and then you put in the bone broth and then the frozen ingredients. Then you cook all that for like half hour. You'll boil it on low, and then simmer is the word. You simmer it for half an hour. And then after that, you put the coconut milk in it. Make sure that's all heated up. Put some salt in that beet, and then that's it, man. That's it. Oh, I should make some rice. I'll make some rice to go underneath it. I love rice. It's been my best friend. This last week and a half, oh my Lanta. It's been like the first thing I got to chew that didn't hurt my stomach. I love rice. You know what makes me really sad is that like fucking climate change is making it to where there's more heavy metals in rice, and I'm just like, could we not? We only have 3 years to stop the planet from getting to that 1.5 centigrade increase. Centigrade? I don't know, I'm American. I only know so much science. Anyway, I'll make rice. We will accept our heavy metal fate for now. Okie dokie, dinner is eaten. It was delicious, and I finally got to have a meal. Like a full meal instead of just being like, here's a plate of salmon with salt and pepper. Delicious, but not the best. Anyway, dinner was amazing. Sean and I are gonna go watch the last 2 episodes of Squid Game. I'm very excited. So, you know, if this is the end, good night.